Hi, I'm Julie Bombacino, the founder of Real Food Blends. Who got him so wound up? Real Food Blends was born out of necessity. My son AJ had a feeding tube placed when he was 6.5 months old due to a few different medical issues that he had at the time, and did really horribly on commercial formulas for some reason. We still don't know why. But then when he turned about 1 year old, I started blending food for him at home, and he did fantastic on real food that went through his feeding tube. And then we tried to travel, and that's where the idea for Real Food Blends came along, because I had to take our double stroller and 2 kids and 2 car seats and a Vitamix on an airplane to Disney World, which is what nobody wants to do. And I went looking for a product like this, and it didn't exist. So I decided that maybe there was a need for it. Maybe there were other people out there like me that wanted to give their tube-fed kids and their tube-fed loved ones real food through their tube, and they would be interested in a shelf-stable meal. Mama feed you, puppies. Yeah. You ready to eat? I would say that I took my mommy hat off for a little bit and put my MBA hat back on, and looked into how many people were on feeding tubes and how much formula was being sold, and investigated all the options that people that were placed on a feeding tube had, and realized that there was kind of a giant hole in the market. Had this product existed before I came up with the idea, I would have bought a ton of it, but it didn't. So I set out and made it, and it took a lot of time and effort. It's not a formula by any means. That's why we have 3 different versions. These are meals, just like you or I or anybody else would eat. They each have a lean protein, a whole grain, a fruit, a vegetable, and a healthy source of fat. Bringing this food to market was much more difficult than I would have imagined a 1.5 or 2 years ago when I first started. These are formulations that I came up with the help of a nutritionist and a commercial chef, but we took this to a contract manufacturing facility that's fully regulated by the USDA and the FDA in order to make them as safe as possible. We hope to add more in the future so that we can really round out someone's diet, but I hope that makes people's lives a little bit easier on feeding tubes, and maybe makes them feel a little bit more normal too, that they're getting the same type of food that the rest of the family is eating.
Oh, there you go.